Why the US can't send humans to Mars. Welcome. I hope you enjoy, then subscribe and like. Despite decades of planning and numerous proposals, a crewed mission to Mars remains an elusive goal. Early visions and plans. 1950s. The Mars project. Wernher von Braun, a former Nazi rocket scientist who worked with the US after World War II, was among the first to propose a detailed mission to Mars. His 1940s novel, The Mars Project, envisioned a 260-day journey with 10 ships and 70 crew members. Though ambitious, this plan laid foundational ideas for future Mars missions. 1960s. Mars. By 1965, Theodore Taylor and Freeman Dyson's Project Orion, developed in the late 1950s, proposed a nuclear explosion-powered spacecraft to reach Mars by 1965. Despite its promise, concerns over nuclear explosions and funding issues led to its cancellation by 1964. Mid-1960s. Close-up look at Mars. NASA's focus shifted to lunar missions, but the desire to explore Mars persisted. Ernst Steulinger's plans in 1962 for massive crewed ships were shelved as NASA prioritized the Apollo missions. However, NASA's Mariner 4 probe provided the first close-up images of Mars in 1965, revealing a barren landscape. Shifting priorities and challenges. 1970s. Post-Apollo and budget cuts. After the moon landing, NASA considered human missions to Mars, but President Nixon favored the Space Shuttle program over Mars exploration. This shift, coupled with budget cuts and domestic issues like the Vietnam War, stalled Mars mission plans. 1980s. Sally Ride's report. In the wake of the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster, astronaut Sally Ride's report outlined a potential timeline to Mars by 2005, contingent on a significant budget increase. This funding never materialized, reflecting the ongoing struggle to secure necessary resources for Mars missions. Late 1980s. Bush's Mars vision. In 1989, President George H.W. Bush announced plans for a Mars mission, leading to the Space Exploration Initiative. However, the high cost estimates and lack of political and congressional support led to the initiative's collapse by 1993. The robotic era and renewed ambitions. 1990s. Better, faster, cheaper. NASA adopted a new approach for robotic missions, leading to successes with Pathfinder and Mars Global Surveyor, despite earlier failures like the Mars Observer. These missions provided valuable data and demonstrated technological advancements crucial for future crewed missions. 2000s. Moon. First President George W. Bush's Constellation program aimed to return to the Moon as a precursor to Mars, but it was cancelled by President Obama in favor of targeting Mars directly by the 2030s. Meanwhile, the success of Spirit and Opportunity rovers reignited interest in Mars. The commercial space race. 2010s. Private sector involvement. Private companies like SpaceX and Virgin Galactic emerged as significant players in Mars exploration. Elon Musk's ambitious timelines for Mars colonization and SpaceX's technological advances have injected new energy into Mars mission planning. However, actual missions have yet to materialize. 2020s. Artemis and simulated missions. NASA's Artemis program, initiated under President Trump, aims to return humans to the Moon as a stepping stone to Mars. The Biden administration continues to support this initiative. NASA is also conducting Mars habitat simulations to study human resilience and adaptability in preparation for future missions. Future prospects and ongoing challenges. 2030s and beyond. NASA aims to send humans to Mars by 2040, addressing numerous challenges such as radiation protection, autonomous life support systems, and sustainable food sources. Long-term lunar missions under Artemis will provide critical insights for these efforts. Conclusion. While the dream of sending humans to Mars remains alive, it faces significant technological, political, and financial obstacles. Historical attempts have repeatedly faltered due to shifting priorities, budget constraints, and technological limitations. The involvement of private companies and continued advancements in space technology provide hope, but a successful crewed mission to Mars will require unprecedented collaboration and innovation. Thanks for watching.